Everybody have fun? Right? All right. So as you get your bodies warmed up, you're kind of going, okay, I can move. And there was a point, and we talked about it, and I went over to some of y'all as well. And when we first learned how to block a punch, how to parry a punch, we're going, this is our primary parry, this is our secondary, whether you call it Russian seal, whatever, everybody's got a name for it. Bladed arts tend to lead more with a blade. So that's why I'm going to use this first, going into second. Okay? So this hand becomes my secondary. In part, I don't want to cross myself up too much. Now there will be some times tonight we're going to cut in, I'm going to reach through, but I'm already past my blade. Okay? So just remember, with this, we're going to tend to lead with blade first, 90 to 95% of the time. All right? There's going to be a few times where, if I have a surprise reaction, if he just comes in and does something, I still may come in and do this, but this is right here. So now now, coming back to where we were, I'm here, I'm coming through. I go through. Now, this arm isn't in the way yet. I can easily get to the throat, but when we have this little flipper thing, and the flipper thing is fun. Okay? For a number of reasons. One, it gives me extension. So when I come through and I'm here, I get extension. All right? My claws come out. All right? Now, I am a fan of being able to, the judicious use of the flip. Okay? I don't use it to be showy, but at times when I'm here, I can get this, but for whatever reason, I'm not. I can flip out. Now I have, we're not coming in to play with everything you can do on this hand. When I come through, I'm here, I want to press, and I'm just going to bring it right across. He gets the hard reset, he has to come back the next night. Okay? All right? So now we're going to come in, and we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. You good? So, 1, 2, 3. When you're flipping this, you want to keep it over this middle knuckle. Now the more, I like having it right at that knuckle, a little bit on this side, on the front side. What happens when you get one of these live, and you put it too close because you don't want it to fly, what happens is the angle puts it right back on your arm. So you'll see a number of us guys that are walking around and we like doing this, and we realize that, okay, you'll see a little scar right about there, right about there. Because that's what's going to happen. Okay?
So you use your thumb, so you got your thumb here. When you flip it, the thumb kind of holds the brakes, and you just really are flipping the finger behind it.
That's all.
So you really are pinching and just kind of moving it.
I'm pinching it right here. The thumb is the brake. And if I keep it on this middle knuckle, or just a little of the top side of it, now, then I've got the flip that I want. If I'm using this as a weapon, I'm going to stop it with the thumb. Okay? So as you're coming through, and I'm getting my block, and I'm getting my slice, and I'm sealed, now I'm going to come out. Be careful of the faces. Now, we've got very light ones, which is good. And I turn it, and I run. As I push through. Let's look at working a little bit more of the flip, just so you see advantages. The disadvantages are that you may lose some control with this as well. There's not, every time I'm not going to use this, but there are times when I can gain extension, I can gain some distance, I can use it to grind across. That's what I'm going to use it for. Okay? The reason that this work is we're coming through because we weren't factoring guard hands being up on a shield. If it was, I'm only going to pull that hand with it and not going to do what I want to do. Okay? Now, if I'm looking at gaining distance, then another way to come from the inside, let's just say I come from the inside here. He wants to throw that one, so I block. Now, my reasoning just says, and it's awesome. phone? All right. Sorry. But if I all of a sudden, let's say, back up here, he hit. Now, for whatever reasons, he's moved out of the way, and I don't have a good extension, I can rip this out, and now I can come through. Because what I'll gather, I'm here, I'll gather another 2, 3 inches, 4 inches. So if I need the space, I can come through this way. And however, so I'm not going to come through and try and hook into the ribs because I'm going to hook the bone. But if I come through and I'm hooking in here, now that gives me what I want. So just for drill purposes, fire right, and I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut. The left is going to come in, and now I'm just going to block this, and I'm going to flip. If you want a finishing,